What up? What up? We are
Whoa!
for Act 2 of this Waterboy Silver Screen Breakdown. I am one of your hosts, Alex, aka the Fantasy Football Hustler.
I am one of the other hosts, Nelson Tynes in Hollywood.
And I'm the other guy, Bogey Scott Free. Last time on Silver Screen Breakdown,
Bobby Boucher has a meltdown live at practice and tackles and opens up a can of whoop ass on QB Dante. That's what we're
in the
calling
practice even, B.
in a practice. Coach Klein says, we got to talk to Mama about you playing football. Mama says, no, Bobby ain't playing foosball with them gargantuans. And Coach Klein, he says the classic line, what Mama don't know won't
Thanks,
hurt.
Mama. It's funny because we're doing the water.
Exactly.
Her.
100.
Yeah, but it's all he loves his mama.
And then it jumps right into practice. And of course, Bobby Boucher is coming out. He's still doing his water boy duties. He is still doing those. He is running out to the field. He's got no helmet and he's carrying the big water case, water jug. I don't even know what you call it. Big old metal water jug. And then we get introduced to Derek Wallace, a star of The Wire, amongst other shows. And he asks him, hey, Bobby, where's your helmet? You know, and oh, Derek Wallace, they don't have it. And so he says, use my helmet. He's got the old school of the old school, one bar, you know.
Yeah, that's that kicker helmet. Remember, that's what the kickers used to wear, bro,
Yeah.
back in the day. The punters even.
Yeah, it is a kicker helmet. It's got one ring,
You get one bar.
one bar. Yeah.
You're not getting
ring,
hit
whatever you want to call it.
You're not getting hit too much in the face as a kicker or a punter. That's why they wear those. But Bobby, he's inflicting a lot of pain. But either way,
It's also for him and being who he is just in the multiverse. It's also easy access to take off and try to bash someone with it. You know what I mean?
for sure.
You know, like this the stabbing of the fucking of the ice skate, or you know what I mean? Like in the multiverse, he does things like this. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And so the practice is about to start. It's funny because I want to work with the offense. I want to work with the defense. Special teams go with Farmer Fran and run some laps. And it's only Derek. Shit. He's the only one that's got to go run laps. And Coach Klein kind of like puts Bobby in position where he wants him to play. And then he like starts explaining, like just calls out, you know, whatever you would call out. 3rd and 10. And Bobby, 3rd and 10. And yeah, it's the defense's last option or last chance to get a first down before they have to punt. Guy's going to run the option. Everyone's just so pissed. He's never going to be able to figure this out, coach. All right, we're just going to keep this easy. You see Casey over there wants you to tackle. And, you know, does he know about this? And, you know, now he's like thinking about this. He's like trying to tackle
This
him.
is where he gets his Professor X on.
Yeah, he had to figure it out.
He says you gotta visualize.
Well, not yet. First, he asks,
Okay.
Yeah, that comes later.
Oh yeah. I don't want to skip down. Yeah. Poke him in the eye first.
do you watch any other sports, any physical sports? Wrestling. Okay. Who's your favorite wrestler? Even though he's very discourteous to me lately, Captain Insano. And okay, show me what Captain Insano does to the bad guys. He goes up all slow. Bow! Hits him with the double poke to the eye.
He's the Ric Flair.
Poked me in the eye. Captain Insano shows no mercy. And so the coach has got
Fuck that how they did it to the homie too, though.
well,
Why they gotta do it to bruh?
yeah, but of course they do it to the brother, out there.
I'm just
He was the asshole who ran into him, like in the beginning.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, it's funny because Coach Klein's like trying to dissect this whole thing. We were talking.
Yeah, he's trying to find. He's getting his Professor X on right here. He's trying to figure it out.
You'll hear us talking about stuff in the bonus content, a little bit of a deep dive into the psychology, and we're going to talk more about the psychology later in here as well. But Coach Klein figures it out. He was like, where was the intensity you had the other day? That wasn't intensity. He told me to defend myself, and I started thinking about all the people that were mean to me over the years. And
yeah, that's what you had to do. Dig down deep. That's memory work.
figured it out. Okay, so I want you to pretend that Casey is insulting you. And it's so funny because he's so naive. Pretend? He's
I
so,
don't even know what that word means, bruh.
he's so
Mama said pretend is the devil.
he's so confused. And he was like, can you just, try to visualize Casey making fun of you? And he's like, I'll try. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. But then he sees Coach Redbow. What's the matter with you, boy? You too stupid to do what your coach tells you? No, screams it out loud. And then Casey, no, what? And then we get that. What sound is that? What is that? Is that like a squealing pig?
It's like a war cry, is what I would call it. Yeah, it's a squeal.
Nelson, what would you call that little that screech that Bobby?
Sounds like a freight train coming. A freight train on with his balls being squeezed. Yeah,
it's also
mixed in with the horse. Mixed in with a little bit of horse on that.
A little bit of Steve in it.
He lights him up. It's just as nasty of a tackle as he put on Dante. All the way off the ground, power drove like in there. Good, Bobby, can you do this for us? Can you do this every single game? Coach Klein, not only will I do it for you.
Yes, I'll do it.
Yes, I'll do it.
Because you got to remember, there's a capacity to his. He had reached the capacity of his wit right there.
Of his highly intelligently unarmed.
But you got to remember, it's almost like he's in infancy. You know what I'm saying?
He really is.
Like Baby Huey, right? Like Baby Huey.
For sure. That is for sure.
Like Baby Huey. You're fucking right. Give him a ding.
Give him a ding.
Yeah, big Baby Huey.
And so everybody except Casey is super excited at this point because no one is showing the talent, the skill that Bobby Boucher is somehow randomly showing with his tackling fuel. And it's funny. Her says, "Yo, Casey, I think he wants to make out with you." That was a funny little jab as Bobby's before he actually tackles him. And the next cut scene that we go to is when he's in class. And he goes and sits next to Derek Wallace. And Derek says, Bobby, why'd you want to take this class? It's pretty hard. And the only reason he took the class is because it has an amazing view. And it's a view of like the water fountain. Colonel Sanders comes in now and, shut up now. And he starts asking questions, and they were talking about the alligators. Last week, we talked about the alligator's brain and, talking about aggression and all that. This is where we get the insight into some of the things that Mama taught him. So first question he asks is, why are alligators abnormally ornery? And Bobby Boucher's answer, Mama said alligators are so ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. And Nelson, what did you think when Colonel Sanders was like, says he's wrong, calls on someone else, and then we get the right answer? And Bobby is kind of livid, but Mama said,
I don't know, man. It's just like he was just perpetrating his how outdated the guy was.
Yeah.
Our boy Bobby.
Yeah.
And how sheltered he was, by his mama.
Yeah. And then where does happiness comes from? Well, Mama said, and even Colonel Sanders, let's hear what Mama has to say on the subject. Happiness comes from those rays coming down from sunshine. Something when you're feeling blue. Wow, Mama's wrong again. And he is super pissed. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right. And starts walking out of the class. Something's wrong with his medulla oblongata, and everyone starts laughing at him. And he has that. He sees red, turns around, goes and tackles. Colonel Sanders, lights him up. And he, everyone goes and grabs him, and they're pulling him off him. He's like, it's okay. Coach Klein said that I could defend myself.
Coach Klein said I could fuck y'all up.
And this is also the Bayou. Colonel Sanders, it's not like they did something to kick Bobby out. Next time he saw Bobby, he was, we're having a test if that's okay with you, sir.
Yeah, he was on the crutches and everything, bro. Hey, he fucked up the KFC man, bro. That's fucked up, man.
Destroyed him.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's so funny is knowing Adam Sandler, like watching like over the years and being able to watch it, like he for sure was like, okay, I have a character. He's gonna look exactly like the KFC guy. What was it? 51st Dates? Fucking who's my cousin, bro? My uncle, actually, Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
So they're in Hawaii, like on vacation type of shit. Together, just them and their wives and their families and whatnot. And they were in the cab, and the cab driver had a milky eye.
Yeah.
And was like, "Hey, bro," and when he walked away, you know, putting the luggage in the car, in the taxi.
Yeah.
He goes, "You're gonna play him in a movie one day." You know what I mean? Just locked in. Oh, we're gonna have that guy in a movie one day.
For sure.
That character. You know what I mean?
For sure.
The Simpsons was basically based on all the homies, right? Like I think he was on the way like to the pitch, like with no idea. And he was like,
well, that's what's cool. That's what's cool about the Adam Sandler movies. We get
all the homies.
Yeah, well, a lot of production. And Nelson, we'll get your thoughts on this because we know Quentin Tarantino. He's a guy who uses a lot of repeat actors. Seth Rogen, and Judd Apatow,
Ben Stiller, and his whole gang.
Why do you think that is, Nelson? Just from like, why do
people close doors? Oh, my bad, it's Nelson.
You can call it like camps sometimes.
Gangs.
Not gangs, not camps. Well, the whole thing is
gangs.
Not gangs.
They banging this shit up.
No, camps, man, camps. Where you have the trust in the actors, so they've worked with them before, and then you know that you can get one for that character, so it's one less headache to get an actor that you haven't worked with. A lot of it has to do with working with them. People want to work with people that they get along with.
Chris
and
Nolan
can do the art too.
Chris Nolan's one of those guys.
Also,
yeah, Michael Caine. Fucking what's the French broad? She's hot.
Oh, the French one from was she in Fight Club? That one?
No, was she? You know, she was in Inception. She was in like Batman. The Dark Knight.
I think she's in Fight Club. I think her name starts with B, Bublio or whatever.
No, I think it starts with an M. She's a fairly. She came into her own in like the 2010s. Anyway,
more early 2000s, I think.
But yeah, and that's kind of what I always heard. You know, you'd rather have people on set that you worked with. You know, there's no surprises when you bring around people.
I only want to do podcasts with y'all.
Yeah, there's no surprise. Then there's like sometimes, and then you can get locked in. You work with the same director, but even I worked with Robert Townsend a couple of times, who did Eddie Murphy Raw and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's one time he cast me, just asked me if I'd do the role, or asked my agent. I never even auditioned, so I was kind of leading towards his camp, kind of. Not that I had a choice, but he just liked my work, so then he would ask me for certain roles. So that's how it happens. They just don't want to take a chance on certain actors, or they like working with you, they like your demeanor.
There we go.
Yeah, so basically, you want to be likable especially as an actor. You want to be likable and easy to work with.
Let's get back into the SCLSU Mud Dogs, and we got the first game of the year. It's funny because the announcer is just talking mad shit. They haven't won a game in 20 years or something. It's been something crazy, and of course, Bobby Boucher is going to be the guy. If they are going to get a victory, it's going to be because of him. And let's take a look at the beginning of his first game.
This is just like we practiced, okay? Okay, go, come on.
Watch where you're going, needle dick.
Red 18! Red 18! Needle dick! Needle dick! Needle dick! Yeah!
Your name is Needle Dick.
And they got the Jungle Brothers going.
So just that one quick hit where it like hits the QB right as he snaps it. That's something that they created that here. Like that may have happened in the past, but like we saw the XFL try to do that to make a big play, to put them on the map like game one. Troy Polamalu. That was his claim to fame. Bobby Boucher did it long before Troy Polamalu ever set foot in the NFL.
Yeah, jumped right over that line. Earl Campbell, fucking all those guys, they all took that after Troy Polamalu did it. But, bro, it was Bobby Boucher.
Everybody, he is getting behind the line of scrimmage. Nobody can go anywhere. The QB fearing for his life. And they even say it like somewhere in there. They're down to their second string quarterback. And, everybody's getting fucked up out there. It is crazy. Like Bobby is like single-handedly making them like win the game. But we do have a turn of events right at the end of the game. This is the first game of the season. And Bobby, he's just not all the way sharp on football necessarily just yet. And let's see how
he's a dumbass.
Let's see how that first game ends.
To you on an upcoming play. I'll be playing with your mama tonight. 62. Looks like a screen pass. 62. Here you are. Number 62 is headed for the end zone. He's in the 40. Looks like Boucher knocked him out cold.
I love my mama very much. Now you know that.
You know what's crazy? That was sure.
The Waterboy handed them the game. What an idiot. Waterboy, you stink!
He did so good. What up, Serge? He said sick drop kick. He did so good. Like, I don't even know how many sacks he got. Hella tackles behind the line. He finishes the game off with an interception. But throws it to the guy that he wants to fuck up because he thinks that that's what he's supposed to do.
And you know what was crazy, though? Here's the thing. That wasn't a visualized one. I just noticed that right now.
Yeah.
I can't hear you,
You sure I'm going to fuck you up. This is him right there. I just noticed that right now. Hold on. Give me a ding.
Yeah, he said that was the first one with no visualization because the guy came up. Bobby said, good luck on the upcoming play. And I'm going to be playing with your mama tonight.
What? He said, only Steve plays with my mama. Steve the horse, motherfucker, put some respect on his name.
Everybody is so pissed at him now. And he, I'm sorry, but will you still be my friend? And Don did, no, get away from me.
Yeah, the cooties, huh?
And
motherfucker had cooties, bro.
Nelson, do you remember?
Never seen cooties in movies like that, man.
Nelson, do you remember when he walks out? He sees
Cooties
Vicky
was
Valancourt.
shit, bro.
He walks out of the building. He sees Vicky Valancourt, and then Farmer Fran comes up and tries to console him. Do you remember that part?
I have to see it. Let's check it out again.
I don't have that. That was one that I couldn't pull up. But
yeah,
it's like they live a pie on our day. But he goes up like because he knows the water boy is hurting, and like Farmer Fran's the only one to come up and try to console him.
Well, him and Vicky were the only ones that actually felt for him.
So Vicky, this is our first. Excuse me. Sees like his whole the whole hood of his lawnmower. Like I think someone's jacking him or something, and it's Vicky Valancourt. Just hooking up his lawnmower, making sure to trick it out, a little bit. And she was like, yeah, you played great. And right after Farmer Fran consoles him, she was like, Mama, sometimes on a Sunday afternoon, are you inviting me to a barbecue, Bobby Boucher? Yes. Okay, I'll come. And
the charcoal coals and hey, bro. But see, you know what's funny, bro? Is that's game.
inviting her to a barbecue,
right? Because it's like his idiot is cute to her. You know what I mean?
Kid has said Vicky's the girlfriend you never knew you needed. Well, for Bobby, anyways, she is a very resourceful chick.
Shit, bro. She'll cipher the gas right out of somebody's whip.
Yeah, Bobby did rather well, man, for as far as the girl department.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, I
She did
mean,
very well.
Might have taken.
She was on him right away.
Well, so I think that he's known Vicky his entire life, is what I think. Because
that is true, because they have flashbacks, right?
They have a flashback, and he was like, I was down there with this we caught crawfish together, and her name's Vicky.
It's like a callback to Jenny and Forrest.
Oh, she's the devil. Oh, that's right. When they were kids,
Yeah.
Stay away from them devils.
She's not the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
She's a Jezebel.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Her Kathy Bates rants were great.
She scene. First off, we already know, like any kind of, moms usually, especially in the beginning, usually don't like whatever woman, their sons are bringing around, just kind of like by default. You got to get to know them first before they like them somehow. She hates anyone who is trying to take Bobby away. So, like, the fact that, she knows that she can take him away and, give anything, a kiss, a boob, like anything more than what he's experienced in his entire life. He
already had the awkward kiss too, right? Where
that was like the Forrest Gump moment right there.
It was the first time with the tongue and the tongue.
And he didn't have it wasn't at this part. It was later when he got that one.
Oh, okay.
But she was just talking mad shit.
No, we're going straight to the titties.
Straight to Vicky's face the entire time. And it's funny because Bobby's only been in school for a week, if that. And like Vicky's I don't know if you she like this astrologist who's on Good Morning America. She said, get this, Sagittarius, you're gonna something you're gonna have to make a great decision or something today, or you're gonna have a difficult decision. And she was like, which is bullshit because we're faced with difficult decisions every day.
Every day.
And then Bobby comes out with, oh, well, maybe by making her claims, very vague, it's less likely for people to think she's a phony. And
it's almost
still out college boy.
Yeah, because it circles back around that she's simple.
Yeah, super simple.
Yeah. She ain't brush her teeth in life.
Oh yeah, that is for sure. And
like a lot. My man.
Then Mama comes up. Vicky is an astrologist. Oh, I don't believe it. It's one of the many tools of the devil.
Oh, this is when they had the small gators.
Yeah. She comes out
and they grubbing.
Yeah,
he got the little chocolate biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh man, just such a classic.
Great.
She's fucking.
Hey, she put him on blast though, man.
I'm very interested in why you.
In his sheets.
Yeah, I'm very interested in why you find my son so interesting, Miss Valancourt.
Yeah. I guess a lot. That whole scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
They were going back and forth. Until the sheets, I thought the sheets, that was low.
What is Mom just sabotaging everything?
They're still, and they were still stained, and they were brand new washy sheets drying on the
They don't got no washer and dryer. They washing it in the swamp water. Like that PE stain is never coming out.
But just so ridiculous. You know about his stinky feet. Oh man, they're supposed to have stinky feet. Well, you know about his pajamas that he wears with the character Deputy Dog. I think Deputy Dog is very, very sexy. She was on board with a lot of things. Stinky
She's ready
feet.
to suck anyone off, bro.
Deputy Dog
Back
onesie.
to the fucked up teeth theory.
Deputy Dog.
When they need braces.
The onesie with the feet, I imagine the whole thing. She was down for it. Well, do you know about his little bedtime problem? And then her eyes get a little bigger. Uh-oh. That's his sheet over there. And Bobby, oh man, excuse me, ladies, I'm going to go hang myself. Sabotaging everything again.
And there was more, though, after the sheets, right?
Well, I think that was the last one. He said, and then
Oh,
she
there's
was like,
one more.
the mom was like, "Oh, well, look what you did," and she's like, "What I did," and then pretty much tells Bobby, "All right, you're coming inside. We're standing waiting for that little Jezebel. She's the devil. She's gonna cast a spell on us." Oh man, just so ridiculous.
Oh, she ain't even seen him the titties yet, bro.
No, not yet. This was
Mm-hmm.
that was when he snuck her in, a little bit late at night. So
See, but now though, he is full on. I'm about to do everything, and Mama's not gonna know. Are we there yet?
well, he already started. It was like the one thing that happened. Now, well, Mama don't know what hurt her. Like now he's gonna. That's actually
He tried to involve Mama right here though.
Because he couldn't do anything with Mama. That get in the house where she's little witch cast a spell on us. And I'm sorry, Vicky Valancourt. And then Vicky's munching on that alligator.
Yeah, she took a bite of that, of the nose, the snout of it.
I don't know why they're giving me fellatio.
Look like a chocolate Easter bunny.
Yep. And then I forgot. So we see Coach Redbow U. And well, we don't see him yet. We just see that they're showing highlights from a game. And of course, it's the Bobby Boucher game. And they lost 14-17. And they still have the 41 game losing streak. But Bobby Boucher, in his first game as an NCAA player, sets the sack record with 16 sacks in one game.
This is insane.
Insane. What up, Devo? Devo in the house. Let's smoke it up.
What's happening?
16 sacks in one game is insane. That quarterback is getting fucked up. And that's all in addition to all the tackles behind the line of scrimmage. You had an interception. And then you see it pan to Coach Redbow U. And like, he has a burger in his hand, throws that shit down, and realizes that he may have missed out on one of the best college football players ever. And he was right underneath his nose for the last 20 years, maybe more.
And you know what's crazy is that he actually had a hand in developing him. You know what I'm saying? He was that sniveling addition to fucking shit on him to make this motherfucker grow this aggression that is now being unleashed by an even greater coach that he stole from initially.
And that's what I want to ask you about, Nelson.
Hey, Marty.
Because this is a comedy movie. It's not really too hard to follow the plot, but we like to dive as deep as you can.
He stole from him, bro.
Can you? I just want to hear your thoughts. We elaborated kind of when we were doing the bonus footage about how this entire movie is all about trauma, childhood trauma, brainwashing,
daddy issues,
so many of these different things.
Overbearing mother.
I just want to hear your thoughts, your quick thoughts on any kind of psychology with Bobby Boucher in this, in this entire movie.
Probably, I would say the overall is pretty much you got to stick up for yourself and don't take shit. That's what I get from that. And then you root for the underdog, and then you take on these bullies. Because his mother was a bully, although she was funny, she was engaging. The coach, as you said earlier, he was a prick, although he was on the squad as a water boy for 5 or 6 years or something.
No, it was like 20 years.
Oh, 20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It was like a long time.
As a wee tyke.
Yeah,
He says, well, I thought you got rid of him last year. Well, last year is one of 20 years.
Yeah.
It's funny too. They were winning.
And
They might have been winning on all they know that with the under the care of the water boys water. You know what I mean?
There's something in the water down in Jackson's Bayou.
Boy, you just gave himself a ding on that one.
Yeah.
That wasn't that deep, Tony. He dinged it anyway.
I'm on a mushroom. I felt like that was like really profound.
Dingable comment.
Yeah, so I think it's basically it was like a lot of underdog thing and stand up for yourself. Basically, what I got from that, and you just root for Bobby. Like every hit, you're like, yeah, drill him. And that hit with the feet there. He went in feet first, like friggin' Chun-Li.
Oh yeah.
Chun-Li from the Street Fighter, man. She had nice legs, didn't she, guys? Some nice legs.
Hey, Chun-Li is bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
She was. She's so innocent, but she's kicking ass.
No, but she worked for Interpol. She was a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, you know what I mean? Like the world.
Well, she had that little laugh.
Yeah.
And she's destroying dudes.
with them thighs.
But so that's my take on that. On the thing is, you know, and you can do anything you want. You can even pass, you know, get your high school diploma in a matter of days.
Yeah.
And then play football at the age of 31. You know, there's lots of miracles going on in this video, in this film.
That is for sure. That is for sure. So let's see. Yeah, this fight kid said Chun-Li got them thighs.
I'm saying though.
And so the next
thighs, exactly. Thick thighs.
I knew a Chun-Li, bro.
Did you? We all knew a Chun-Li though, right?
Yeah, come on. We give everyone a
dude. Chun-Li was hot.
The next game that we get, it's funny because fourth quarter, it's like pretty much like the end of the game. It's a 3-3 game. You know, their team does not put up much offense, you know, at all. Their team is terrible. It's like literally all Bobby Boucher. And Bobby
Boucher. They're the 2000 Baltimore Ravens in college though.
Even worse, man. Like, yeah, even worse. Offensive wise,
I think they averaged 9 points on offense that season there, something like that.
Yeah, and they won all their games by defense, right?
Yeah,
I remember that year actually.
Trent Dilford actually threw a touchdown pass, the one they needed in that Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Gotta step up.
I just threw one and I'm done.
Step up when it's time to step up. And it's so funny. The coach, he's giving this huge inspirational speech. There are 11 of you guys out there, not just one. Bobby can't do it all by himself. We're going to go out there. We're going to have a team effort, and we are going to win the game. And then everybody runs out there, and he goes, Bobby, there is nobody on this team that is worth a damn. I need you to go out there and win this game for us. Can you do that? I can do it.
You know what's dope, too, is because the whole time, he has no idea what's going on or what he's saying until he speaks to him.
He's not even paying attention. You know,
no.
Sure he cannot leave the water duties.
He can't leave it alone. He's like a dope fiend in the good way.
Because everyone else says, yeah, go. And then he's like, oh, Joe, I heard the clap, you know, time to go. And then he like puts the water down. And
I'm telling you, man, that motherfucker lives for that water, B.
And of course, I don't have this one. This was one of the funny scenes. I couldn't get it, but this is the one with Kathy Bates. I forbid you to see that girl. She's the devil. She's not the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. That cuts back to the quarterback. I never said she was the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. Oh, please don't hurt me. They already said they're down to their third string quarterback. And it's funny. Marco said in the last time, 16 sacks. The QB probably suffers from PTSD after the game. For sure. This QB has already been hit multiple times. They don't even say how many times he's been hit. But he is shaking in his boots. Oh, please don't hurt me.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
With him. Please don't hurt me.
He still hadn't even taken the snap yet.
He's penetrating that line unscathed.
He still has to call the joint out, right?
And so they finally say hike. Waterboy penetrates the pocket right away. He does a pump fake. Waterboy jumps. Like every time he jumps, he gives the squeal. Does it again, pump fake. It's like 3 or 4 times that he does it. Runs all the way back into the end zone. Sack, safety. The Mud Dogs win the game. Everybody is hyped as hell. They broke the 41-game losing streak. That's like what?
5-3.
What is that? 4 losing seasons in a row where you won 0 games?
Hey, one thing I wanted to point out with that last sequence that we showed was that the Jungle Boys, the backwood, the black rockin' beast, right? Because that was like, you know, whenever they used those in sequences in the 90s, bro, like, you know what I mean? And this one was intense too because there was no music, and you just hear that fucking horse, that Steve-ism, right?
Oh yeah,
the horse. He's on him, bro.
What up, Lost Souls? He said 100. Hell yeah,
Lost Souls.
Hey man, shout out to Tupac.
Hell yeah. And so
what up, Lost?
I felt like that when I was a young man.
Oh yeah.
I found my way though.
And so now everybody is hyped. Bobby's super hyped. Everyone is finally, getting hyped that he won the game. He finally seems like he has some friends. That's all he wants in life is to make sure no one gets dehydrated and
Not even bonus box.
He's like, oh, Derek is, oh yeah, there's gonna be a big party tonight, Bobby, and you going? And what party?
You don't even know what that is, though.
Nope. And when he finally gets to the party,
actually, no, he knows what a party is.
Yeah, he knows
why he dresses for the occasion. Let's go.
For sure. He comes in his fancy suit, man.
Come on, he knows what a party is.
Thanks, it was my daddy's. He didn't come in his Waterboy getup. He threw a suit on for the occasion. And so funny.
You got some freaky bitches at this party too. I ain't gonna lie.
He walks in. Hey, it's a college party. They finally won a game, man. It's big time.
And they want to fuck him.
Because of him, 20 sacks. He got 20 sacks in this game. Like the coach. He's
broke the record again.
He's now that the pressure's off, we finally won a game. You guys will get into your groove. And Derek is like, yeah, well, all that and plus the Waterboy getting 20 sacks a game. And everyone's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, see, shout out to him too.
Yeah, keeping it real, man.
Shout out.
It's dope. Yeah, ain't never seen no black kickers like that back until then.
Well, they were breaking a lot of stereotypes, I feel.
Yeah, there was no black kickers.
Because Bobby, being raised in a single family home in the South, shit like that. Not the single family home, a single parent home, in the South. That's not usually a storyline of a white person is gonna get, and so it's funny how he gets that storyline. Derek Wallace.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they don't give it to the black. That's like a black character storyline
for sure. And
I ain't a black character. That's just like a reality
for sure. And so
it's the Bayou though. The Bayou's different though. You know what I mean? I was raised on Master P, man. It's different.
So Bobby,
you keep saying that the Bayou's different. I don't know the difference. I know now because you keep saying it.
Well, you know why? Because I know a Spencer, and before I knew a Spencer, I knew the comedian fucking Theo Vaughn. Because like the Bayou is so, like, you know what I mean? Like Louisiana isms are it's its own thing.
Oh, okay.
Compared to like the rest of the South. You know what I mean?
Bobby Boucher, we know he's from the South when he shows up to the party with some food, like very, that's a good thing to do. And he's got
he does all the things that get pussy, huh? But you don't get it.
Louisiana
bonus hole.
Louisiana frog cakes. Oh man, Nelson.
They look delicious.
Huh? It did look fire. I ain't gonna lie.
They look pretty good.
I've had frogs before. Frogs are good.
That one guy ate them. That
the coach.
Yeah, he was. I think he gobbled them up, didn't
he? He knew exactly what it was too.
Yeah.
Farmer friend. I mean, he's from the deep South, man. He is definitely a Cajun swamp person.
Bayou.
He saw that and he was like, "Oh, that's my jam."
Right, man. You brought him back.
Mothers up.
Did he not get double fisted?
Oh yeah, I mean,
he got double fisted, didn't he?
Nobody else was eating it except Farmer friend. More for me.
Double fisted.
And and then Bogey's talking about all the freaks that are in the building. You had well, it's funny because like no matter what, if it's a high schooler, there's probably like a 20-year-old playing them. Like now they're
an adolescent.
Probably like 30-year-olds that are playing these college students, and they're talking to them, pretty much hitting on them, I can't even remember what they actually said.
They said. He said, "Oh, you got a girlfriend or something like that, or something else that."
Oh, is there a girl
you ever been with two women or something like that? He said.
Now I remember. Is there a girl you're seeing? Oh, seeing? I see lots of girls. I see lots of guys too.
They're like, "Ooh!" Then it opens. They start raising the eyebrow. Oh, he's a real freak.
Then that's what. You ever been with a girl and a guy at the same time? Oh yeah, the other night I was with my mama and Coach Klein at the same time.
Damn you!
One of the girls.
Oh, that was gross. Yeah, the one was all intrigued though. She loved it.
That's what I was gonna say. Nelson, what did you think about that? One girl took off right away running,
Hey, you're from Canada. What do you
Yeah,
feel?
and that's how it goes. One will leave and the other one just stays and she soaks it up. No, I'm
She was
joking. I'm
ready,
joking.
huh?
No, I thought he kept going farther. That one was feeling. She was kind of good looking too.
Bobby at the party, there's a whole bunch going on. He's not too worried about those girls. They're trying to get at him. But even, then she asks, "Oh, do you have a girl? Or I wish you were my boyfriend." And oh yeah. See, I got this girl. Mama says she may be the devil. But I really love her. She's nice to talk to.
Damn, it's so crazy because the shit he's saying is so crazy from the outside hearing it.
For sure. And so, but then the next scene is him and Vicky Valancourt sneaks her into the house.
Mm.
Now,
I mean,
no,
he didn't wear that suit for nothing.
I forgot. It was we totally skipped a part and we got to go backwards.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
It was after. It was like kind of like right after their game and the party and everything. Bobby, now he's big time, and LT apparently Lawrence Taylor. He has a football camp in Louisiana, and who does he bring in? But Bobby Boucher, after they do their little montage of them winning, multiple games and 5-0 winning streak and all this and that. And then I want to give a warm LT welcome to our man, Bobby Boucher. And so everybody, is just there, just ready to hear whatever knowledge he's about to drop on. He's the top college football defensive player.
Oh, we got the clip?
Right now. Not even close. I do not have the clip. I couldn't.
Okay, continue.
I couldn't get one that was.
No, but you do it good. You do it good though. Go ahead.
That was not shitty quality. And so, of course, LT, Bobby, how do you find yourself in the right position every single time? Well, LT. So the quarterback, he's behind the center. And first he says hike. And then I'm going to try to tackle with the quarterback. Unless he gives the ball to someone else. And then in that case, I'm going to try to tackle that person.
Simpleton.
And then LT, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I love the double-edged sword correlation here too, because he was a guy who was addicted to cocaine and then allegedly crack as well. He never owns up to that. At least, has he ever?
I'm not sure.
No, right? But it's always the coke, right?
Yeah.
Right. But then also because he's like a sack totaling monster. Right? There's the double-edged sword, like, yeah, I'm gonna bring it. And then once he gets a load of them, he's like, you know what, kids? Brings you to my next point.
When you are just that great at football, you just get a pass on things. Even OJ, you get one. It's just
That's not the best.
Yeah, he passed some grape juice. It was the OJ, like the OJ, the orange juice.
It's funny because yesterday when I go to the show that I'm at, I rock the OJ jersey.
Oh, murderer! I love it.
And it's funny, and that's all like
Conversation piece.
BS is the first one. Man, that's a dope jersey. And every time I say, sometimes you just got to kill them,
Oh.
Ooh.
Gets them every time. And it's funny because then his homie, who's like his partner with the wafers and all that, he was like, man, I didn't even see you there. I was so focused on like your jersey that I didn't even.
And the jersey invokes fear. It invokes fear.
He was like, man, I bet you get mad love in Vegas. And he was like, I wonder if people would hate it in LA. I was like, are you crazy? I was like, every time I go to LA, I have to figure out how to wear the OJ jersey. I was like, no matter what, it's still the juice. And he started dying. He was like, it is the juice, man.
Because real football motherfuckers. Okay. I remember I was in San Diego and I'm with my mans. He's a Raider, but he's wearing a throwback. Oh my God. No, the guy, bro, shot himself. Oh, hell.
Oh, Junior Seau.
He's wearing a throwback Junior Seau. and fools were coming up to him, showing so much love, and he'd be like, "Bro, I'm a Raider fan for real though, but I had to wear. I'm in the territory. You know what I mean? But it was just, you know what I mean. But it would, but even if people that weren't a Charger fan, that jersey is so tight.
Yeah.
The OJ joint is tight, bro. I'm
And
saying, yeah, and even.
And it's the USC version.
Yeah, he killed some people. Yeah, he killed the mother of his children.
Allegedly.
We don't know that. We don't know that, Boke.
You know, the new thing is they're saying the son did it.
I mean, there's so many types of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it's actually, it's
what's
actually
crazy is
it took a life on its own.
Because you know what? I mean, there's another thing that
pun intended. It ran away with itself.
There's a whole part of the other story that nobody ever brings up on how Nicole was addicted to blow and how she was in debt.
And she owed money too.
Shitload of money too.
Yeah, come on.
So
you know what happens when you owe some money and they keep and she's like, oh, OJ got you. OJ got you. OJ
right. He ran for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, shit, maybe the son too was like, Mom, maybe she was beating on him. I don't know. But you know what's crazy too is you have to wait like 30, 40 years, then you could tell a story in Hollywood and make it your own. And it'll be loosely based, right? Because the greatest of all, in my mind, fucking Tarantino, he's done that twice already with History.
Yeah.
He's done that with fucking Inglourious Bastards, where we just shut it all down, just shut the Nazis down before they could ever, you know what I mean? Killed Hitler and all this shit, like right there. And then he did it with fucking Sharon Tate, like her not getting murdered. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it was not that she didn't get murdered, because that wasn't the end. It was what happened prior to her being murdered.
Oh, prior to her being, I'm sorry.
But intermixing her,
he killed all the people, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, not all the people, but just
I've only seen it once. You're right. I don't want to
only like 3
I literally only saw it once. That was like the last movie I saw in a theater before the quarantine. Man, I think I'm on record for saying this too.
It's amazing. Let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the show here. And so after Bobby goes to the LT camp, he walks out of there. He sees Vicky Valancourt again, and it's funny. You see like a bright red Porsche, and Bobby is like, "Hey, Vicky Valancourt, what you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Just thinking about stealing LT's Porsche over there."
Like, damn, that's a bad bitch.
No filter at all. And he's only got one space, on the lawnmower. So he asks if she wants to ride home together.
Kind of built like a lizard too, huh?
So of course she has to steal LT's Porsche so they could ride home together. And
of course.
That's the scene of them going over there, and then he sneaks her inside. And then he gives her the present, the special water that was given to him by a shaman and is from a glacier in Alaska.
The ultimate pussy move right there. I'm sorry, bonus box move. Sorry, bonus hole.
And she starts making out with him right away. And Nelson, what do you think of Bobby Boucher as far as like everything he's like, how he's working this whole situation with Vicky?
With the lady.
It was frustrating because she was kind of cute.
She's throwing it at him too.
Just throwing it at him. You never seen these before? It was like, yeah, and I wanted to see him again and again and again.
It's like I've never seen those before, but I appreciate everything.
And when he kind of backs off,
he was so much like Gump, man. So much like Forrest Gump.
In my version, when he kind of backs off, and this is the first time he came right there.
He might have.
Yeah, but
you really thought deep, Bogey.
Yeah, come on. This is what I do.
Well, when Tom Hanks did it, we know that he did.
He's never ever been in contact. This is the first time I had the tongue with the tongue, and it's the first time.
I mean,
remember those days back in those days, though? Remember those? He shot too early.
He's 30 years old. I don't think he's ever whacked himself off. I think whacking off was the devil. The first time he got caught whacking off.
He'd at least have a wet dream, though.
Wet dreams of the devil.
But like, how do you have a dream about something that you have no idea about? Like, it seems like he's so sheltered.
No, but you would though. You got those wet dreams. We were 14 years old. We were still virgins. At least I was.
Here's my thing, though.
Well, when I was 14,
we don't want to get deep into dreams though, because you cannot experience.
Whoa! I can't hear what you're saying. What?
No, I was just saying, like, he was saying like, well, how could he have it in a dream if he's never experienced it, right? But my thing with dream, like I gotta get like Bogey on it. My thing with dreams though is because you're tapping into other realms and stuff too. So you could easily view things that you've never experienced and shit, and it's a dream. You know what I mean?
Well, here's what I'm saying: not never experienced it, never seen anything. Like like
yeah, so like not know what a cow is. If you've never seen a cow, hey, what's a cow look like?
But then,
right,
but you still have what dreams before? Like a lot of guys did before they had sex.
Here's what I'm saying: at 14, I'd seen many of videos that would influence the way that I might dream.
That you would dream
about women. Bobby Boucher. He's never seen boobs before.
Oh, he's never seen a video.
Probably only seen it in the animal world.
No, yeah, and maybe Mama said that's the devil. You better not look at Steve while he's getting busy.
You better not look at Steve fucking me.
So but it's so funny because Nelson brought up Forrest Gump again. There's so many correlations directly to Forrest Gump. And when Forrest Gump goes and he, hanging out with Jenny, in her room, he like just touches her leg. And, oh, I'm dizzy. And he kind of did. He kind of did what Kenny Powers did. He's pounded down. Kenny Powers, he's trying to have sex with April, who's like his high school like sweetheart, and like she's like
been masturbating about her for like decades.
She's been like she's either married or dating the principal, and like they finally like they're upstairs and they start making out, super passionate make-out session.
God.
Takes off her shirt, like all this stuff, and Kenny says, I don't think we should do this. She was like, "You just come in your pants." And he's, "I don't think we should do this. This is not right." And
he started trying to save face, but see, here's the thing though: is he ain't never fucked her in high school. She probably used to get around. She knew a nut face,
and so
she knew a nut face when she could see it.
And that's just the way that I thought about Bobby right there. Oh yeah, backs up. Oh, Mom, I think Mom is waking up. You better get going.
I'm telling you,
Mom just talking in the sleep.
Right there. The devil.
He had every opportunity to sink it in. Every opportunity. It was golden. No, he got let down.
We get back to them. So right after the Vicky Valancourt and they leave, the next cut scene is them going to the next game, and now they made it like all the way to the end of the regular season, and if they win this game again, tied 3-3 going into the end, if they win this game, they win their conference and they advance to the Bourbon Bowl, the first ever Bourbon Bowl. And we got a scene from that game. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Gonna kick some names and take some ass!
Bobby,
He said it dyslexic.
water sucks. Gatorade is better. What? Use it on the field.
Ooh, because now they know his repertoire.
Did you see his face? Let me see if I can rewind it.
He was about to kill him right there, bro.
Look at the pissed offness in his eyes right there. What?
And then
never said anything. The coaches never gave him any kind of visual, any shit talking visualization, anything. The coach was saving this up all season for the biggest play.
This is the game.
This is the biggest play
Right before
Bobby Boucher's life. And SCLSU history. This is the biggest play.
SCLSU.
And they said they're in field goal range. They're like legit, right?
About to win.
About to win it.
Gatorade not only quenches your thirst better, it tastes better too, idiot.
You're drinking the wrong water.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
You're bad people.
3 big blocks to help Bobby Boucher go damn near 100 yards and get SCLSU to the Bourbon.
Which brings me to my next point, children. Don't smoke crack.
And that's where we are going to leave it off for Act 2. They are on the way to the Bourbon Bowl. If you don't follow us in podcast form, make sure you go do that. Silver Screen Breakdowns, Apple Pod, Spotify, Google, Amazon, literally anywhere you get podcasts. And if you're listening to this in podcast form, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, that's when we have our episodes. And go follow us on YouTube so you can join in live. Usually we are recording Friday nights at 5 p.m. West Coast time. Nelson, let them know where to find you.
Usually. Yeah, you can find me, Nelson Tynes, Tynes, on YouTube, some of my old acting footage and demo reels and stuff like that. And then on Instagram, where I'm on there the most. You can find my stuff and my work. Bogey?
And I am Bogard Schwarzenegger. Join us next time. Will our heroes make it to the Mud Bowl and achieve greatness?
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Silver screen, ugly picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really lit this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.